small stupid things, to not have big mistakes. Color is easy. Don't hear stupidities, the color is really difficult and whatever. Most important thing is value, okay? So this is what you have to actually get. Organization of the palette first, okay? If I hold my palette, I'm painting with my right hand, no? So I'm holding my palette on the left, okay? So I want to have the white, because white we use most of everything else, no? So I want to have the white close to me. So if it was my palette, my organization will be my white here. Don't put paint only for like this. Put paint. Okay, then I'm gonna go and follow more or less the color wheel. I'm gonna go for the yellow. Gold ochre.
Sí.
Okay. No, I don't like it personally, I mean. Okay, then I'm gonna go to the reds.
Just blame it on Abdul.
I'm gonna go to the reds. Then I'm gonna go to the blues. Whoa, that's nice, huh? Then I'm gonna go to raw amber. And my black. Okay. Really important things. Raw amber belongs in the yellow family. Remember this. Okay. So raw amber is a very dark, very desaturated yellow. Okay. It's a yellow, we cannot see that it's a yellow because it's really dark. But if I start lightening it with white, it has a yellow tendency, no? A yellow cast. Ivory black is considered a blue. Okay, so it's a very dark, very desaturated, low chroma blue. Okay. So skin tones, regardless of ethnicity. Okay. Regardless of ethnicity, regardless of whatever, under normal light conditions, we are all desaturated oranges. Okay, all of us. Okay.
Not only Trump.
Okay. And we're not impressionistic, so when you see something, I mean, if someone is an impressionist, the door is there. No, I'm joking, yeah. But when I look at the model and like I ask someone, what color do you see? Oh, I see blue, purple, magenta, whatever. Relax. Okay. It's almost never like a pure magenta, a pure blue, a pure. It's like an orange desaturated with something that looks like something else. Okay. Now, the difficult thing about painting is to see color with a value. Okay. So if I see this in black and white, no? What value do they have? The mistake number one that happens is like when people start color, they forget about values, no? They make something so pretty, bam, let's put it, and then the value is completely crap, no? So it doesn't actually turn, okay? So I want to think value. The lightest value that I have on my palette is objectively this one, okay? And the darkest one in this case, because he has a really dark ultramarine blue, that's why I got impressed. Like we are really close to these two, okay? So value-wise, this is a 0.2 usually, this is a 5. This is a 2, usually. I don't think this is a 2, this is a 1 in your case. Okay. This is a 2, and this is usually a 7. Okay.
Wait, what's the scale?
Ah,
Sorry, I got
okay.
lost.
No, my mistake. I'm using Mansell system personally, so I'm going from 0 to 9. Okay, 0 the darkest, 9 the lightest. Okay. So I want to think value first. Okay. So in the model, let's say skin tones. Costa said we are all orange, no? Okay. So I'm not gonna be wrong if I start with these two, no? I'm not gonna be wrong. I mean, for sure I start correct, no? Okay. I'm putting way less of red because the red, the vermilion is like really strong. So you touch it and everything becomes like red. Okay. So I'm mixing something. Okay. I mean, no?
It's similar, so similar.
Okay, not even close. Not even close. Okay. So, not even close. Let's mix a little bit bigger quantity actually. because it's not my color. I always get, like, I should use little.
But don't worry. Don't worry. I don't care.
But I mean, you have alcohol and you have money, so okay. I'm joking, huh? Okay, so I'm mixing a general, let's say, skin tone. If I move it around you, I mean, it's closer to a lip, let's say, than a skin tone, okay? So I have an orange. In this case, I have an orange that is a little bit redder, okay? So I want to kill this. I want to desaturate this, no? Okay. We know complementaries? If you don't know, don't be afraid, eh? Okay. Complementaries of orange, complementary of orange is blue, okay? So I have two blues in this case. I have ultramarine blue and I have ivory black, no? Which is considered a blue, okay? Mistake number one, people go and add this here, okay? But let's say that my value is perfect, no? It's the best value in the world, no? I mixed it, I fucking checked it, okay? It works in value, but it's really colorful, no? Really chromatic, okay? And I want to desaturate it by not losing the value. Value always beats color, okay? Paint the model blue. If your value is correct, it's gonna look okay. So I want to desaturate it. What I want to do, I can use 3 options in this case, okay? First option, I'm gonna mix a black with white in the same value as this. Because when I mix between the same value, the value doesn't change. Because when we don't do this, blue, okay. Blue has a value, like fuck this, no? Like a value 1. Like this is kind of like a 5 or a 6 or something. So I'm gonna lose all the value, no? It's gonna get absorbed. And then I'm gonna go paranoid, then I'm gonna start adding white, no? And then I'm gonna kill all the color completely. Okay? So I want to mix first in the correct value. Okay. Now I cannot actually do this like this. I'm putting them next to each other. I'm trying not to have reflections to see if they disappear when I squint. If I disappear, it means that the value is actually really similar, no? Okay. Don't go paranoid and start measuring, let's say, with photospectrometers and stuff like what the value is. Okay. But I can see if I'm really close or not, you know? Like, don't get paranoid. But any white is too... You see how blue it looks now? No? Okay.
This was the black?
Black and white, no? You see how blue it looks? Something...
That ivory black specially
Yeah.
or all the black?
Ivory black. Ivory black, yeah. Color is relative, eh? Like, it looks so blue because the palette is warm, eh? If I had a gray palette, it would look nothing. Okay. I'm gonna mix the ultramarine, I'm gonna mix all the ways. You see saturation, no? Like both of them look blue.
And this is ultramarine?
Yeah. Obviously I'm too light. Yeah.
Ah, that's blue.
Close enough. Okay. And then the last way, and my personal favorite, is neutrals. Okay. When we do a grisaille, in the academy we're using neutrals. Neutral is a gray that doesn't look warm, doesn't look gold. I have a big trouble figuring out what is it, okay? So the way to do it is, I want to mix. I could have actually taken this, anyway. I want to mix black and white Enro amber, and white. Okay, let's see. I want to mix on the same value.
That's the same thing you did before.
Yeah. But I'm making it again because I always make, I don't mix so much quantity and then it looks like shit, so. Close enough, okay. Now I want to mix the raw amber version of it and my goal is to have the same value, Yellow. No? So again, the bullshit about red is warm and blue is cold and green is whatever the fuck it is, like everything is warm or is cold compared to something else, no? Because if I have 20 blues, because there are 20 blues, I can buy 20 different blues, no? Which one is cold? Or colder, no? Okay, so color is always related to something else. By itself, it doesn't mean nothing. Okay.
Are you mixing a neutral gray now, or what is it?
I'm trying to mix a neutral gray. Okay.
Later we do a donative.
Yeah.
For you.
Oh, we all donate.
Yeah, 1 cent.
Crowdsourcing.
Okay, so close enough. So as you can see, compared to this is warm.
Yeah.
And compared to this is cold, no? Okay, but this compared to this is warm, no?
Yeah.
You get it? Okay. So I don't want this and I don't want this. I want something that is not cold or warm, no? I have the same value. So when I mix between the same values, value stays the same, so I'm happy. Okay. And I want to create something that is difficult for me to figure out where does it go. Okay. But we can all agree that this mixture is closer to a gray than this mixture, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna take this, which is my most accurate, let's say, gray for the moment, and I'm gonna start add pieces of this, no? I want to warm it, let's say, okay? I have them next to each other, still too fucking blue, so more. Okay, so now I have something different. So I want to see, let's say, okay, does it lean towards a blue, a cold, a warm? You tell me, I'm not even looking, What do you think?
This one.
Warmer somehow.
This still is warm.
But which one? That one.
This one.
I mean, I want something that doesn't look like neither of them.
That's not one.
Okay, but it's still looking more like a warm.
But I think it's the board. It's warm.
Okay, so should I leave it?
Yeah.
Make sense.
Turquoise. I don't know.
What's the question? Sorry?
I want to have a neutral gray, no?
Yeah.
This is a blue version,
Yes.
a warm version,
Yeah.
A little bit cold.
a little bit colder. I don't know. I want you to understand it, not for me to do it, Okay.
You're looking for a color to mix with the orange, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for a neutral. Something, like if,
board is
I'm
too
saying this a
orange.
lot. If I ask my mother, no, and my mother comes here and I tell her, Mom, what color is this? So tell me, it looks blue. Mom, what color is this? It looks yellow. If I ask her this, she should have to stay, I don't know, 20 years thinking, you know? Like, I don't know what is it, you know? Like, that's the neutral mentality, okay?
Yeah, it looks green.
These colors don't exist, eh? These are fashion. Okay, so let's try. I mean, we don't have to lose anything because we can play back and forth until we die, yeah? Okay,
And they're Manuel's paints, so.
yeah.
Bueno, y ahí, al lado del baño, al lado del baño.
Have like a black that is not so blue to do this.
The only pigment that can do this is the Van Dyke Brown from Gamblin, specifically Gamblin. It's by nature neutral. It doesn't
Which
belong to
one?
any family.
Once again.
Van Dyke Brown from Gamblin only. I'm not a sponsor. It's the. Eh? Here I talk about it, but in the workshops, no. In the painting program, everybody has it.
Oh,
Van Dyke Brown from Gamblin.
Gamblin's also cheap.
Because the normal Van Dyke Browns go purple, this doesn't go purple. And what they have inside, if you read the label, has raw amber, ivory black, burnt amber, all together. So the three primaries.
Which three?
Raw amber is yellow, no? Ivory black is blue.
Okay.
Burnt amber is considered a red.
Oh, okay.
So three primaries cancel each other, they create a neutral, no?
And then you add a bit white and you have the perfect.
Exactly. Okay. So, Van Dyke Brown of Gambling. Okay. So now I have one neutral, let's say it's neutral, and anyway, a perfect neutral doesn't exist, eh? Because everything depends on the light. If my light is warm, no? Now probably I'm mixing a colder version, let's say. If I have a cold light, I'm gonna probably think like a warmer version looks a neutral, no? Okay. Everything's about light. So if you see someone on Instagram how to paint skin tones tutorials, ask them under what light, you idiot, you know? Because if I put the light blue, have fun with the oranges, let's say. Okay? So don't fall into this trap. It's color theory, you can mix whatever the fuck you want afterwards. So my idea to do all this stupidity is to desaturate this, no? Okay? So I can take a little bit of this and start, yeah, add my black and white version, no? Okay. Maybe I added too much. Okay. Okay. Let's leave it to this. Let's leave it to this for the moment. Okay. Then I'm gonna take more. You see, I'm not putting enough. And I'm gonna take the ultramarine blue. Okay. The palette is not prepared, no? It looks really absorbent. No, some of them are already prepared. Okay. So I'm gonna create grayer versions of it, no? A lot grayer versions of it. Now, let's take this and add this. Every time, man. You see, I don't have a lot of paint and I'm struggling now. Okay, so I have, let's say, I started with this and I desaturated with 3 different versions now. Okay, now the value is too dark to see, so I can actually add white to them to see how they look. Okay, I think I overdid it with the black on this. Okay. Yes, I overdid it with the black. Okay. But still, I mean, if you see this, no? Like, I mean, it's way closer to a skin tone, let's say, scenario. Okay, I mean, the women that you actually put makeup and stuff, I think it's a closer to something. Like, if I move it around, it's closer to something that can be real. Okay, then let's add to others. Already a little bit sweeter.
Which one was this?
Ultramarine blue. Let's add to the neutral mix. Okay. Okay. Why I like the neutrals? Because the neutrals don't change the color family. No? The neutrals theoretically doesn't belong to any family, no? So if I have an orange and I want to drop it down, with these two, as you can see, I'm way grayer, no? Okay. I'm way more dead. In this is the orangier of the three, no? Okay. So I'm maintaining my family, I'm just kind of dropping the saturation, okay? Now, a stupid thing to do, no, important thing. Okay, let's see. I'm starting with, yeah, let's go. I want to paint a shadow, let's say, okay? So, I mean, black, red. And let's say a little bit of yellow. Okay, let's say this is a shadow, okay? And I'm putting it on my painting and it looks, I don't know, too dark. What should I do? How can I make it lighter?
Maybe more yellow.
Okay, good, huh? So far? Nobody said white. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the classic mistake is, like, I want to lighten something, I'm adding white, okay? White and especially titanium is so powerful and kind of eats all the chroma, all the color, no? It makes everything looks kind of pale, okay? So I want to see, this color that I mixed has a value, no? Okay, it's not just a color, it has a value. So I want to see, can I lighten it with this? No fucking way, no? Like this is darker than this. Can I lighten it with this? No, we're almost the same. Okay. Can I lighten it with this? No. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So my question is, do I have to lighten it and become redder as well? Do I have to lighten it and become yellower? Or do I have to lighten it and stay as I am? Okay. Because, of course, I can lighten it with red. Of course, I can lighten it with yellow. But maybe I'm okay as I am, no? And I just want a tiny bit of white. So, I'm not, I don't know, I'm not in this kind of mentality that you cannot use white on a shadow. You can use dark on whatever. Use whatever works, like it's color theory, whatever works, whatever you have, no? If I want to drop the value down, I'm gonna use black no matter what, no? Okay. So if I want to lighten it, and I want to go redder, okay. I'm taking my red, and some blue apparently. Okay, and I'm going. But as you can see, like immediately I'm creating something really colorful, no? A lot more colorful than what I had, no? Okay, I can still lighten this with red. I can still go. Okay. I can still go. Too similar. Okay. I can still go. At one point, I'm gonna be adding, and nothing's gonna happen, no? I'm gonna add like red with a shovel, nothing's gonna happen. Why? Because we will have the same value as this, no? So whatever we add is not gonna change anything. Okay? So then, whoop, yellow. So then I'm adding, at one point nothing happens. Then white, let's say. Okay? So everything is value. I mean, I don't know how many times I'm saying this every day that I'm teaching, but I want to think value always. So I'm looking at the model, let's say. If you pay me money, let's say, and tell me, Kostas, mix me, I don't know, this halftone. I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't want to play, you know? I don't want to play, I'm not gonna risk it. Okay? So I want to see something easier to start, okay? So the lips, for example, are a lot easier, no? I mean, a lot of easier, no? Why? Because I can clearly see color, no? Or the eyes in this case, okay? The same as values. Why is that funny?
Making a face.
Okay. So, the same as values, no? Like it's easier to find the color of my beard, let's say, than find the color of my forehead, I guess. No? So I want to look at my model and I want to find some easy areas, no? Easy areas to enter. Okay? So I want to find which areas are the most saturated ones, the most chromatic ones. For me, an easy way to find this is like I'm looking at the model. Important, I'm never squinting to see color. I'm squinting for value, okay? I'm opening for color, okay? So I want to open my eyes and see, okay, I don't know, the forehead, the cheekbone, and the lips are the most colorful ones. So compared to these three, everything else looks fucking dead, no? In color, okay? Because you're not gonna end up with a clown or with a dead person. No, because a good painting is a combination of grays with some saturations here and there, no? Realistically speaking, not impressionistically or whatever, okay? So I want to see, like we were doing in drawing, no? Darkest dark, lightest light. I want to find most chromatic areas and most gray areas, okay? I don't want them to mix. Everything else has to be in between these two, okay? So I want to make my life easy, the same as drawing. I want to find areas to attack the painting that are not easy, that it's not difficult to, how do you say? It's not easy to miss in a way, okay? For me, to not actually make it so complicated, because these things we say it, I don't know, in 11 weeks, let's say, course, okay? Don't be, how do you say? Don't overthink it. Like the most realistic stuff are gonna happen in a combination of red, yellow, and a blue. No? Whatever. Let's go. I'm not overthinking, you know? Bam. Okay. If it's too purple, okay, yellow. Why? Because yellow is complementary of violets, purples, no? Okay, so I bet money.
Sorry, one question.
Yeah.
If something is more of one color, we use the complementary to neutral this, no?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm too purple, it's still okay. Okay, so this, I mean, if I walk around the academy, I bet I can use it in a skin tone, you know? I bet I'm not so far away. I'm too purple, basically, but... And I didn't actually think anything, like, okay, this is a fair enough, let's say, skin tone. For me, not really. Okay. So, like if I want to copy, I have to go lighter. Now, okay, like I'm trying to do the stupidity now, okay? First question I want to ask myself always is what value is it? Okay, so I'm squinting, okay, it's super fucking dark, let's say. Okay, I'm mixing something super fucking dark. I'm mixing it, I'm putting it on the painting. Okay, how does it look? Awesome. And then I open my eyes. What about color? A color looks like shit, you know? Like I wanted a blue and I have a red, let's say. Okay, so my first question is value. When I find the value, then I can actually readjust the color, no? Okay, but always first value. So if I lighten this, let's say, a little bit, am I closer in value? Yeah. But what am I? I'm too red, too yellow, whatever. Too red. Okay, so I want to start adding, my value is okay, no? So I want to add more yellow. Yellow is darker than this, no? you see painters, you know, like, or if I paint, or if Oscar paints, or if Stefano paints, we're not gonna do all this mixture. We're gonna go really fast, okay? But we have actually done this mentality when we started, no? It's like an instrument. Because everybody thinks they're painters immediately, no? Like in the academy. And they start, no? And nothing works. So take your time, like do this. Like, you see people that they dance on the palette, they did their charts, they did a million sketches. Okay, it's not gonna happen from one day to another.
Maybe I'm just dense, but why don't you add a little bit of green?
Green,
Because you want it to be dark. What was your goal?
I want to become yellower.
Oh, you want to be yellower. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because apparently I'm yellower. I'm a yellower orange. So let's see. Wait. Closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
It's like your foundation.
Exactly. Exactly. How do you say this? Okay. Okay. I mean, women know better this. And that's why, you know, I'm always impressed. Like, women should be better in color and us. Okay. So you see, like, I mixed. What do I mix? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, no? And then I said, okay, I mixed the value. Found the value. Perfect. 2 red. Okay. Let's make a yellower version of this. Boom. Okay. Color is not difficult. Value is the thing. Like 90% of the critiques are value. If you go to the last room, that's the painters, and hear the critiques, no? 90% is gonna be about value, not about color. Okay? Then something in general that I'm saying all the time, like don't listen to anybody, including us, about add more yellow, add more red, add more blue, whatever. Okay? We see color differently. Okay? Everybody sees color differently, but okay, if you paint his t-shirt green, go to a doctor, no? I mean, but if you paint his t-shirt slightly colder than what I see it, okay, I'm not gonna say anything, let's say, okay? Makes sense? Okay? So if I have something like a base like this, let's say, then I can start adding a tiny bit of hints, let's say, of the others, no? Like, I want to go tiny bit warmer, let's say. I'm not taking anything. A redder version of this, you know? Like a yellower version even of this. So I can play with really subtle changes next to each other, no? Okay. What else? Because I'm in 30 minutes to say all this. The first layer. So,
Do you still mix like? Do you still use orange and blue and white if it was someone like a very dark, like
yeah.
yeah. So
But
you
in a
use no
dark
white.
dark complexion.
Yeah, like a
Okay, dark complexion. Okay. This is my yellow. This is my red. And if I had a full palette, I would have a burnt umber. So because now I'm gonna lose my value, no? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm using red and yellow at this point. So I have an orange. And then for darkest dark, I can actually go with the blue as well.
So instead of light,
No, I mean-
ochre, you use the dark ochre.
The dark yellow,
Yeah, yellow.
Okay. So this could easily be in an African complexion, let's say, a dark area, no? And then if I want to lighten it, let's say, I mean, depends on the light, obviously, but I can still use this. I can still use white, red, I don't know, depends again. Okay. So of course, that's why the most anti-racist thing you can think about, they can say, like, all of us are orange, actually, yeah? This is the most anti-racist, so. Yellow, red, that's it. We're all yellow, red, actually. Okay? So don't freak out with color. The first question always is gonna be value. Okay? You have your drawings, that's why your drawings, if your drawings were actually finished, so theoretically we can actually copy the values, no? Okay? So think first what value is it, then what color is it. It's 3 questions, no? Value, color, color family, value, and how chromatic or how desaturated something is. So the big three questions are actually hue, value, chroma. Okay? So these three I want to actually ask myself. If I answer these questions, then it's a matter of mixing them. Okay? And in this palette, last thing, we have purples, we have greens, but we don't see them, no? Okay? They're there. Okay? So for a green, I can actually go, I don't know, this with this, no? Or amber with black, then add white. I can go ultramarine with yellow ochre, white. Black with yellow ochre, white. For purples, black, red, white. Blue, red, white, no? So I have also purples. We don't know their palette, no? We don't see them. So if you don't see them and you don't have the tendency to use greens or whatever, you don't mix them, mix some greens. Leave them on the edge, no? Mix some purples, let them. Okay? Makes sense?
Yes.
I mean, if it makes sense.
You were showing 3 different examples, one of which you used the blue ultramarine, one of which you